What's up, fight fans? I'm Flyin Brian J for MMAmania.com. We're here to talk about the co-main event of The Ultimate Fighter Season 24 finale, where the coaches will actually fight each other. Henry the Messenger Cejudo takes on Joseph Benavidez. Now, flyweights are quick and fast, so I'm going to try to get through my prediction and preview quick and fast. First thing we need to know is that collectively these guys have only lost to two of the best fighters in the world. Henry Cejudo's only defeat was his last fight via TKO, where he lost to Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, and Joseph Benavidez has lost to DJ twice and Dominic Cruz twice. And also, both of these guys go to the judges a bunch. The last 6 victories for Cejudo were via decision, and the last 4 for Joseph Benavidez were via decision. Now, both of these guys are super well-rounded. Joseph Benavidez fights out of southpaw stance, Cejudo out of an orthodox stance. Benavidez throws, I think, a little bit more combinations, and he throws with a little bit more quickness. I love when Joseph Benavidez rips to the body with his right hand, then comes upstairs with his left and finishes the combination with a low kick. I love that he attacks all 3 major body parts in a single combination. And he also will switch stances a bunch, and he'll switch it mid-combination. The guy's phenomenal on the feet, and his hands, I mentioned it, super, super quick. We're going to give a ground advantage, obviously, to Henry Cejudo. The man is an Olympic gold medal wrestler, but he also has some decent striking skills. He's a bronze glove champion in Arizona in boxing, and he throws some decent combinations on the feet as well. At a distance, he mostly throws 1s and 2s. He will occasionally throw some high kicks. He's pretty diverse, but he's not as diverse as Joseph Benavidez. Now, up close is where Cejudo really excels, and it's crazy because that is exactly where Demetrius Johnson finished him, with clinch knees to the body. Cejudo's really good with those as well. I feel like he just button matches them when he gets in close. He'll either do that or he'll hit some inside trip takedowns. And on the ground, he doesn't control his opponents that well, but he does have some decent ground and pound. Now, going back to Joseph Benavidez, this man is really good at scrambling on the ground, and he's really opportunistic with guillotine and just general choke attempts, just like every single fighter that comes out of Team Alpha Male. Early on in the fight, Joseph is really susceptible to takedowns. Tim Elliott was able to control him on the ground for a lot of the first round, or a little while in the first round. Zach Makovsky took him down, but was unable to control him there. I think that Cejudo could get the better of Benavidez in the grappling department very early on in this fight, when they both haven't been too sweaty and it's easy to get a hold of them. Now, later on in the fight, Cejudo tends to fade. I think it has a little bit to do with his weight cutting issues. When he first came to the UFC, he had trouble making weight. Now, he's since reeled that in and he's able to make the weight, but I think it affects his cardio. Later on in fights, he's visibly fatigued and his output slows down a little bit. And that is the exact opposite for Joseph Benavidez. After Joseph defeated Zach Makovsky in his post-fight interview, he said that he just felt like he just got started and it already went 15 minutes. Now, the stats back me up with this. In his last 3 fights, he has thrown more strikes and landed more strikes in the 3rd round than the previous 2 in each fight, respectively. So he really turns it on. These guys are opposite in that way. I think this fight goes to a decision, and I think that Cejudo wins round number 1, and progressively, as the fight goes on, Benavidez will start to take over, and Benavidez will win round number 3. So it all comes down to who wins round number 2. And I think that Joseph Benavidez is going to get the better of Cejudo in that round. That is when they will be sweaty. Cejudo's takedowns will be less effective. He will not be able to get a grip on Benavidez. And Joseph throws more combinations, and I think that his hands are a little bit quicker. And, judges kind of like to score toward the end of the round, and I think that Benavidez will be starting to pick up that pace toward the end of round 2, and he will snag the judges' scorecards for round 2 and 3 on his way to a 29-28 decision. If you agree with me or don't agree with me, let's talk about it in the comment section down below. I'd love to conversate with you. Please give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you on my next one. Namaste.